Hello, everybody, and welcome to a wonderfully bizarre episode of Pretty Fly for Senpai. My name is Ty Muffin. My alias today is Lincoln Park. I don't know.
That's just the band.
Wait, no, what? It's spelled different. It's spelled like Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
So my name. Get it? Like the reference to the band.
I am Shark Wellington, but you can call me Palm Cartney.
Oh shit!
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh shit, that's so good.
That was a good
I'm looking for a new feather boa and some pomade in the soup aisle.
The soup aisle?
Yeah.
I need some dope shoulder pads. Hold on, who's this other guy who's with us?
Oh, hi. It's me. Aerosmith. It's me. Hero
What?
19. I was trying maybe if I gave it like, the Aerosmith, Aerosmith.
Oh, Aerosmith. Got it.
Yeah, if I said it weird, maybe it would have.
Air O. Smith.
Perfect.
Aerosmith.
He's very Irish. He's Irish.
I'm very Irish. It's me. It's Hero 19X. Sorry, I was giving a facade.
Oh, jeez, you had me fooled. Dang it.
I couldn't see your face behind all those muscles. They were.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll teach you to drink coffee.
I was trying to get this button down.
Heroes is about spit take there.
Too many muscles. Too many muscles and so many music references.
I love it.
Where did they get all those muscles? All right. Like, we had a time skip and suddenly everybody is ripped.
There were a lot of time skips. But yeah, no, it's like Jonathan was just a fine young boy, normal as kid, and then 7 years later he's just a behemoth, like a 400 pounds of pure muscle, 6'8" behemoth. And so is Dio, apparently. They just are.
Yeah.
There's something in the Joestar water supply, okay?
Is that what it is?
They like, yeah, it's laced with Gatorade. They had like a bit where JoJo is fighting off 4 rugby players desperately. It's just like,
I love it. I thought that it was going to be a thing where like that introduced how strong Jonathan is and how fast and quick and nimble Dio is, but then that just never comes into play ever again.
I love how it was literally after the football game, like him and Dio are like, oh, we're brothers, best friends forever, and then just went downhill pretty quick.
Like instantly.
I don't believe that he kept up that facade for 7 years.
Well, I mean, I agree.
Like, that's why they had to do the time skip. They couldn't actually make us believe that for 7 years he pretended to not be an awful person.
Dio's not that good of an actor. Even when he was like playing chess against the dude or whatever and eating his meal, he like almost stabbed the man with a fork. Like, come on.
Dude, chess was wild.
Can't even eat his food without threatening to murder someone. Come on.
Dude, and this was before the days of en passant.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Quick poll. How many of you guys know what en passant is?
No, don't know.
I laughed. I'm sorry.
Hit me.
It sounded funny.
It's like if you put your pawn 2 spaces forward and then there's
chess
another
reference.
Yeah.
Got him.
If you put your pawn 2 spaces forward and then there's another piece next to it, you can like go behind it. It's a lot of people actually don't know what it is.
If a chess piece, yeah, it's like if like a rook moves straight up past a pawn, you could take it or something, right?
Yeah, if it's like to the side, it's weird.
It's weird.
I don't know why it even exists.
Chess is strange.
Yeah.
Like all the mental chess that happened in this show. Boo!
True. Oh, bringing it back.
Bringing it back. No, I don't think Dio could pretend for that long. I also like how they bring up like how he goes to London and becomes an alcoholic. He's like, I can't stop drinking. I just can't stop. And then like that's just never brought up again.
Yeah, that was a thing briefly. I forgot about that too. Yeah.
It was just so quick.
I mean, there's a lot of references that I guess show up and then disappear forever without ever being mentioned again.
I mean, I get because they're trying to fit so much stuff maybe within 9 episodes.
True.
But I don't know about the manga. I haven't read the manga, so I don't know if it's like that in the manga.
I've read the first probably 10 chapters, 11 chapters of the manga. 'Cause it's on. Guys, I'm not a sponsor. The Shonen Jump app is like $2 a month, and you can read the whole back catalog. It's so good.
It's stupid good.
It's a real dumb good deal. But anyway, I've been reading a bunch of those because all the JoJo stuff up to like part 5, I think, is on there. But then I keep getting distracted by other things. But the manga also moves at a similarly fast pace.
Oh, so that's good.
So there's not really much that we're missing. That's just the pacing of the story as a whole.
I actually thought that the pacing was one of the strong points of this anime because I was nervous because sometimes when you watch a shonen anime, it's like, let's telegraph every single thing we're about to do and explain every last thought. And they do a little bit of that, but it doesn't like hitch and have this weird sort of, now we're talking for 15 minutes and nobody is throwing any punches.
Yeah.
There was a good punch to time passage ratio. I don't know. The
Punch per minute is a PPM.
Yeah, punch per minute. There we go. The punch per minute was pretty good.
I think it's interesting where we went from one anime about breathing to another anime about breathing.
You're right. You're right. I forget. Apparently, just that trope's been around for forever. Just used in different ways, I guess.
Really makes you think about the process of breathing.
It really does.
And the weight of your tongue in your mouth.
Oh, I don't like you. Why do you do that? Why you gotta do me dirty like that, Shark? Why you gotta point out my tongue in my mouth like that?
Jeez. He's sensitive.
I do like how they do all the training shit like on the fly, and they just whip out random ass like wild fucking powers, like when Baron Led Zeppelin whipped out that fucking hang glider made out of rocks on the ground. Like
that was actually one of my, I wouldn't say complaint, but they just would sort of instinctually know how to do this stuff. Like, when did Jonathan learn to do that? He just kind of was like, I guess I know how to make a hang glider out of pure breathing energy. I don't know.
Why don't you just fly around then, JoJo? What the hell?
Why didn't they like breathe onto the hang glider to like help steer it?
Oh,
if they're so
dang.
good with their breathing.
Dang.
Oh.
You know.
Wow. Shark out here fixing the show.
We are here to fix JoJo. Listen, JoJo's been languishing. Nobody likes it.
Yeah.
It's
no, everybody hates it.
Oh, everyone hates
It's
JoJo.
passe. We're fixing it here and now. More muscles.
I don't know if I love. Here's the thing with I don't know if I love it or hate it. It's the moments where like there's supposed to be a thing that's super. They treat it like it's supposed to be super heartfelt and meaningful. It's like when Bluford dies, okay? And he's like, I will bestow upon you my sword of luck. But because, Mr. Joestar, you are who you are, I will change the sword into the sword of PLuck. And he like writes the P before it. And it's like the music is swelling, and it like does like a crash zoom on the the bloody P.
That was hilarious. I actually was dying. And I think later he called it the sword of luck pluck or something.
Yeah, he did do that. And then it showed like there was a little tag, like a card at the bottom left corner of the screen. It was
Yes.
like luck pluck. Man, there's so much wild shit in this. I understand where the memes come from, and I understand why the memes are what they are. If I can only assume that the rest of the parts are as full of memes as this one.
Speaking of memes, I did know of one before this. There was sort of one of those gotcha sort of like a Rickroll where you would link something, but it was a picture of the Thundercross split attack.
What?
And it was like, you fool, you fell for it. Thundercross split attack. Which I didn't realize it was only going to happen 2 times. And I've also got to say, Dio is straight up cheating.
Yep.
All right. Dio is like freezing people's blood, which first off has got to hurt like a mother. Like, that's like frostbite times 100. Like, your blood vessels are bursting.
Oh, why you say it? I gotta say it like that.
Jeez.
It would like freeze their bodies and be like, I did it because I'm stronger than you. No, you used your magic powers. Nobody else is working with magic powers here.
You sucking all the moisture out. You're using physics and stuff. Come on, man.
Come on.
That's not fair. I did like Dyer's fucking him just getting completely shattered. Except for his head. For some reason.
Except for his head, which could still talk without lungs.
You know. Why not?
He was able to breathe and like breathe the rose onto Dio's face.
Put Hamon energy into the fucking rose. Launch it.
Yeah, with no lungs.
It's like, inspiration. These straits are not so dire anymore. I had to do it for Shark's reaction.
Man, poor guy though. I wonder how he would have felt if he would have known that Dio was just gonna live anyways.
Dude, like,
it's like, good job, guy.
Ugh.
Poor all these people who are dying to try and kill Dio, and then they all fail anyway. What a bunch of losers. I'm gonna come out and say it. Jonathan kind of sucks as a character, though.
He kind of does.
There's a reason why a lot of people don't. I don't want the first season of JoJo. A lot of what I've learned after talking to people, they don't really like, and it's usually people start to like JoJo after like season 2, then 3, 4, 5, because that's when it starts. The main characters start to have, I don't want to say more of a personality, because maybe
You could say that. That's fair.
Jonathan is like this I'm the good boy type of deal, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's no edge.
Yeah.
The failing, I think, is that his only flaw is that he's not strong enough. His only problem is ever, I need to punch harder. It's never, he's never wrestling with his morality or...
Hold on, I gotta set my fist on fire to punch this vampire wizard.
This vampire wizard.
No, you're right, though, Shark. It is purely a physical strength thing, which I'm guessing as they move on, that becomes less of a thing because, man, Jolene is real skinny. Like, I don't think she has immense physical strength inside of her.
Back then when JoJo first came out, like, big buff boys were a thing. Like, that was the big thing. And I think when we're slowly like getting into the other JoJos, and like how I said, they're just slowly getting skinnier, because I think like at the end of the day is when they had the stands. So I mean, they're not really doing a lot of physical stuff anymore.
It makes sense. I get that. You make a good point about how when JoJo first came out, it was like in the 80s, like Fist of the North Star and
Yep,
Berserk and shit like that. Just the beefiest boys.
Even then, like, the first season of the anime came out in 2011, which was about when Gears of War was a pretty popular kind of thing to emulate. So everybody was super chonk. That was definitely the vibe I got. That or like Darksiders, where everyone's just like...
I love Darksiders, man. Darksiders is so good. Darksiders was the Dark Zelda game that everybody wanted, but nobody knew was a Dark Zelda game until later. It's so good. Anyway, sorry, I could talk about Darksiders for way too long, but I'm going to stop myself.
I had no idea I was poking something there.
What was your favorite, like, reference name? What was your favorite reference to a band or a real-life human being?
It's absolutely got to be Tom Petty for me. Like it just rolls off the tongue.
Petty.
They Don Petty. Like they just changed one letter.
I love it. Man, there's so many good ones. I think I have to go. I really wanted to Ario Speedwagon, Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
Dude, I was just about to say
That's so
Speedwagon, man.
I think though I'm gonna go with Dyer and Strizo, just because that one was like, hold on, these names are far too like 2 characters named after one reference. Dang, that's 2 for 1 deal right there.
There's a reason why Speedwagon is the waifu of JoJo. So,
oh man, I love Speedwagon. Speedwagon is so. I love that he's just the de facto narrator during all the fights.
I didn't love him, and I don't know if like I'm sorry. I like he comes back if I understand right. Like he's kind of like a fixture.
well, yeah, like as the series goes on, they always find a way to throw in Speedwagon.
Okay.
Perfect.
But like I don't know. I think it's just because he wasn't quite doing anything aside from saying out loud what was happening. Like I don't know. Like for now, it just kind of seems like he's just sort of like off over there.
I get wicked theater
Being
kid
there.
vibes, like theater kid energy out of Speedwagon.
Like what did he really do? Like did he do
He was the
anything?
observer. He is the whatchamacallit, the documentarian of these events.
I don't think he threw like one punch except maybe at like Joseph.
He threw
Or
that
Jonathan.
his sweet blade hat.
True. Yeah, he got the blade hat from Zeppelin.
Oh yeah, what the heck? He used that one time. What happened to that?
He made his hat like fly around behind him and shit. Yeah, why didn't he do that
did
more
that go?
often?
Yeah, no, that was sweet, dude.
Use his sweet magical powers to make that hat fly around.
Dude, the hats are pretty good though.
I love that Baron Zeppeli is just entirely like a Led Zeppelin reference. Like when him and Joseph were talking about like the wind of the north will carried the Vikings. I was like, that's a reference to something. That's a reference to something. That's too weird to not be a reference to something. I looked it up and it's like a reference to Immigrant Song. It's like, God damn it, Araki, what the hell, dude? Just nothing is not a reference. It feels like.
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of a nagging feeling that I was probably missing some stuff.
I can't help but feel that, like, you know, Dario Brando, like Dario is like a reference to like Dario Argento or something. Since it's like about vampires and he directed Nosferatu, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh dang!
Oh dang! I gotta look. Fact check.
You looked up all the names.
Fact check.
Dario Brando.
Oh, never mind. He just did horror movies. I'm wrong.
Dude, I'm looking up Dario Brando, Dio's dad, online, and he looks even crazier in the manga.
Oh, does he?
He has a
Yeah.
wild face.
He's a wild boy. Okay, like so much happened. Like I forget about all the events that happened in like the first 2 episodes because so much shit happens. Like the whole Dio poisoning Jonathan's dad arc. Like, I just forgot about that until just now.
I'm still blown away with poor Danny. Like I totally forgot that happened. I was just like, man, why the puppers?
Fucking
That poor dog.
that's one way to get you to hate a main character, hate a villain right away in the first
Yeah.
episode.
Off rip.
Kick the dog.
Yep.
It really felt like there were a few moments where they just wanted Dio to be super awful for just no reason other than to just have him be a terrible person.
I do like the quick hits of all the awful things he's done to fuck with JoJo.
Yeah.
Kissed his girlfriend.
Yeah, kiss his girlfriend and
It was me, Dio.
like, why's she running away from Jonathan? Like, she should have been like, Dio's an asshole. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, like
He assaulted me instead of being like, oh no, my chastity. Run away from the boy I love. No, report that shit.
I mean, is it just because like was back then like the kissing thing was huge, right?
Yeah, it was in like the 1880s, right, or 1870s or some shit is when this canonically takes place.
I can only just imagine this that kind of thing would happen in real life, just on the streets of New York. Someone stole my first kiss, my chastity. Jesus,
My chastity.
they stole my kiss.
Jesus, Mickey Mouse is on the streets.
Stealing all the kisses. Damn it.
It's Disney.
What?
The bastards.
There were those two random thug friends that were just like, oh, I wish I was as forward as Dio. He's so Dio is so manly. Look how he just forcibly kissed that woman.
Dang. He's such a role model. The way he forces himself on a woman like that. Boy, I wish I had the balls to do such a thing. Like, bro, there are a lot of like irredeemable characters in this.
Oh my gosh, like in the one part, I don't know if those were the same bullies, but like where they had Erina? Is that her name, Erina? Yeah, where they had Erina's doll and they were like, let's peel it off and see if it's anatomically correct.
Oh my god,
Because that's a thing that people do.
Bunch of
Sheesh.
sickos.
Sheesh. Could you imagine though? Like as a little kid having like an anatomically correct doll though. That'd be wild.
That would be wild. That'd be it's like an educational tool almost.
Why did they think for a moment like they had to have been like just messing around? There's no way they actually thought that there was gonna be like genitalia on that children's doll.
Oh, of course. Doing it to fuck with Erina.
Yeah.
Erina also kind of wasn't a character for the most part.
No.
I mean,
in this, I've seen the first half of the first couple episodes of part 2. I understand that she becomes a character, but so
everyone
far
becomes a character.
she is literally a love interest, and that's really it.
Yep. Yeah.
Because all of her lines literally only had to do with Jonathan. She had no skin in the game for any other purpose.
That is true. I didn't think about it that way, but yeah, pretty much anything that she ever does or says is just to further Jonathan's story. Like, she is a piece of his main character story, but she doesn't really have her own stuff going on.
With the death of Jonathan, so dies the boring characters.
True. After Jonathan dies, like literally, Joseph is what sets it off for. I don't know. That's where a lot of memes come from too.
Joseph is dope.
Part 2.
Jonathan's
Joseph
lame.
is one of my favorite Joestars.
There's so many Joestars.
There's
Looking at these names, man, these people have like fallen into this naming convention like unintentionally for far too long, for like 200 years. It's
just a weird coincidence.
just a weird coincidence.
Have you noticed that all of us are JoJo? Isn't that, how did that happen?
Oh.
And now here is my son, Doug
Oh shit.
Joestar.
God damn it. You're not gonna have a stand.
Damn.
Your name is Doug. You can't possibly save the universe with a name like Doug.
God.
Whatever, Doug. Just go sit down over there. Drink your milk.
I gotta say, the OP grew on me every single time. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, this is all right. I'm kind of feeling this. And the next couple times I was like, okay, I'm not skipping this. Okay, I'm getting into it. By the last episode, I was like, JoJo!
It was a banger. I like how it's like a James Bond kind of deal too, where they show like references from everything that happens over the course of the season or the part in there.
Yeah, the animation style for the intro was really cool.
It's really nice. They did a really good job with the 3D in it.
Yeah, and something that I kind of noticed was that they had a good kind of feel on the frame pacing. If you kind of know how sometimes in cartoons and stuff, some stuff is, oh, what's the term? Like, but they edit it with more or less frames, and I felt like they did a really good job.
They animated on 1s or 2s or 3s.
Yeah,
or whatever.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything felt measured and purposeful.
Yeah, I did like. There were some really good like the scenes that were animated on like 1s, like very smoothly, all felt like kind of either epic or ridiculous enough that it warranted it. Like the frog, like the energy going through the frog scene where it was like super slow motion, see the frog squish like in slow mo. So good.
They did such a good job leaning into that balance of taking it seriously, but also being in on the joke. That balance was just right. Like, I was nervous it would either be too goofy or too serious, and man, it rode that line just so.
It's a dangerous game to ride that line like that. Like, like when Baron Zeppelin's like chasing after the boy who stole their wallet, and he's doing like his hands are up in the air and he's doing little tiptoes across the river. like okay, you're engaged. This is a chase scene, but also what the hell is that?
But also, what is that?
Why would you sprint when you could be flamboyant?
What did Speedwagon do to get over there?
I think he swam. I think he comes out of the water wet, or he just appears.
Oh.
Like
Speedwagon teleports.
Speedwagon teleports. Speedwagon does heal Zeppeli after the Dio fight. He warms up his arm.
Oh yeah,
that's the one thing that Speedwagon did that affected the plot.
Yeah, it's like warm yourself on my abs.
Oh yeah,
it's like no, Speedwagon, you'll get cold. I'll do it for you.
You'll get cold. You'll get hypothermia by doing that. Come on. Fucking A. I love it.
Gets cold. Get over here. Warm me with my warm abs.
Everybody could use a Speedwagon in their life.
I feel, it definitely would, I think, improve my day-to-day life.
I'm a man chilling behind you. My hands are a little chilly.
Let me touch your abs, Mr. Speedwagon.
And now they're considering the 2-for-1 special. Whoa!
I love it. I can't wait for more dumb shit to happen and for them to yell about the dumb shit. It's perfect.
I gotta say the sort of gore and deaths, dismemberment, all of that were, I don't want to say shocking, but infrequent enough and gory enough that every time it did kind of feel like a bit of a jolt. I think the first one that kind of stuck out to me was when they were looking at the cart that had fallen over the cliff and the driver just had a spike through his mouth.
The first time I realized that, like, or noticed the like gore, because I must have missed that. I forgot about that. When the top of the cop's head gets ripped off.
Yes.
After Dio becomes a vampire.
Yeah. Get away from the window.
Father Styx didn't, he got owned by, I guess Dio armed his fucking coffin shelter with defenses that like the gem shoots off and hits Father Styx in the forehead and his head just explodes. It's like, all right, cool.
I was under the impression that like Dio had like applied a bunch of force from the inside or something, or like, I don't know.
Maybe. He is just a head though at that point.
Oh yeah. then I don't know. He was just ahead, wasn't he?
It's defenses, you know. He's got to keep his box safe.
Father Sticks going down the river.
He's sailing away. Everything's a reference, man. Everything.
It's so funny. It's like there are plot points
There were
that are references.
There were. It's dumb in all the right ways, though.
There's no wrong way except for the hang gliding with breathing.
No, that's definitely the right way.
I'm so excited for that to never come up ever again.
Basically. I do like how they just made up a bunch of. They have like just some history. They're just like, "Yo, here's some history."
Just
Between
throw it at you.
Bluford and Tarkus or whatever. They're like, we're gonna put Queen Elizabeth II in this anime. Hope you enjoy.
I like the reveal of like the betrayal. Like, I went back on my word. In fact, there's the head right over there. I was like, oh yeah, that's Queen Elizabeth's head over there.
Yeah, she just chilling. Oh damn,
She did.
Mary Stewart.
If it was
No,
If it was any other character, they would have like gotten their heads out of the way in time. Like, I don't know. I find it funny that
was a
like
big-
there
that was
was
a
nothing
big
keeping
room.
them there.
that was a big
There was
room.
nothing holding them down. They were just putting their own heads on the chopping block, but there was nothing keeping them there.
Well, I guess Tarkus just wanted to stay there. Apparently, they broke 3 axes trying to get his head off. So, like, he was just cool with that. He's like, I must stay true to my word, even though my opponent has not been true to theirs.
He was so filled with rage that his neck got harder. I don't know.
It's just getting gorged with rage.
My engorged neck. It's just thick and veiny right now with rage. It's angry.
So many veins. Oh, speaking of veins.
Oh, yes, we are all thinking the same thing.
We all make the same motion at the same time.
Everybody reflexively, yeah.
That part got me. The little the wig twiddling the vein in between his fingers.
Yeah.
I don't. That was unironically like the most grotesque part of the whole part to me.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I don't even have much to say about it except that's nasty.
Yeah, it was bad.
Same. Sorry. Yeah, we all remembered at the exact same time.
we all just.
It's so horrifying. There was not as much body horror, I guess, as I was expecting there to be after watching the first vampire explode and turn into a ball of goo. Like Jack the Ripper was there and he just got insta-gibbed, like he's like the level 2 like sewer rat.
Yeah, there were lots of just kind of in and out characters, huh?
There really were. I like how Jack the Ripper could just shoot knives out of his body. Like he just like tries really hard and just creates knives and launches them. I don't know what that has to do with Jack the Ripper, but hey, whatever. Why not? He used a knife to kill people, I guess.
No confirmation on if they appeared from his body, if they just grew out of his back or not.
I suppose. He probably made them.
Wasn't that also the part where Jonathan got like knives in his lungs or something? So they're like, he can't breathe because he's got knives in his back.
I don't remember that. I bet, there's so many like quick hitters, like lines that explain what's happening. Like, there's just too much going on.
There's always some reason that Jonathan can't breathe. Oh no, I'm underwater. That was wild too, where he's just like, I'm gonna go even further underwater and find a pocket of air. It's a good thing that he found it.
No shit, right?
It's a good thing.
Well, what would he have done? What would he have done if he had not found the pocket of air, just died? He's like, well, guess I'll die.
Dude,
Oh yeah,
I think they got
He'll
that
die.
from Sonic.
Yeah, that kid died, too.
That's the only thing I was thinking of. Is like, man, I hated those levels in Sonic. Hello.
Oh, Chemical Zone can suck it, okay?
I'm conflicted. I mostly like Chemical Zone.
I mean, Act 1 of Chemical Zone slaps, okay? But then part 2 comes, and it's like, there's like 2 paths you could take where you're not underwater, and if you mess up, you're in the water for like the whole rest of the level. And then you got to do the dumb, the rotating staircase.
Oh, God, yeah.
Where you get smushed.
Yeah, you gotta get there right.
When I was a kid, I hated it.
It's the worst.
My main issue is that you can't quite tell when it's a bottomless pit and when there is something to fall down to.
True.
That is truths.
I like the color scheme though.
In short, fuck water levels.
Yeah.
Jonathan also agrees.
True. Jonathan also agrees.
Blooper's like, I'm cool with water levels. Apparently my hair makes it so that I do better underwater. So says Dio. Don't know how he tested that out, but hey.
So this anime hates babies.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh no!
Oh.
I forgot about the one.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt. That made me feel bad.
Dio's a prick.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I knew he was gonna be pulling that though.
I knew there was
when he, in a very measured way, was like, "My men and I, specifically, won't hurt your baby. we won't.
We won't. Me nor any of my cohorts will harm your child. I promise." Give yourself, yeah. Oh, then this lady just eats her own damn baby. What the fuck? That's so fucked up.
Like they did, yeah, and they showed like the shadow of like that baby's throat getting ripped out. Like of all things, that could have been off screen. Sheesh.
I think the one thing that I do like, because it did move so fast that like conflict was introduced, like, and a resolution was had generally within about 90 seconds. So they just had like dozens and dozens of fights. I think the longest fight, besides the final one with Jonathan and Dio before the boat, was Tarkus and Jonathan in the chamber.
Yeah.
Where Poco pisses himself and then climbs into the room. Like, I don't think that needed to be there, but they did it. They're just like, man, he's so scared. He's wet himself. But look, he's still brave enough to go into the room with the 800-pound, 15-foot-tall zombie to try and save Jonathan. What a boy. What a hero.
I do think there could have been a little bit more of a plan there. He just climbs right out the window and announces his presence.
You're right. Like,
and Tarkus is like,
It's true.
"Oh, time to punch this child into the wall."
it's okay. It's just a bruise. Mr. Speedwagon informed us that it's just a bruise with his medical degree. Dr. Speedwagon.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, and then they just kind of stay there hugging for the rest of the fight.
They do.
Aw.
Well, because someone has to hold Poco. He's warming him up on his abs, maybe.
The amazing warm abs.
Speedwagon abs.
Speedwagon abs.
Speedwagon is way more ripped than I was expecting him to be, though. Like, it's just everybody's just like
Everyone's ripped.
Everyone's got 1% body fat in this show. Just everyone is stacked and ripped and shredded.
Yeah, they're not doing anything to keep it up. Like, they're fighting and all that, but they're not lifting weights. They're not doing push-ups. Not that I'm seeing.
Maybe Hamon is just that good of just a fat burning workout.
Hamon.
That could be it.
I should incorporate that into my regimen.
I was about to say I need to just breathe more.
Breathe more.
Breathing is a low-calorie activity.
Wow.
Breathing is a low-calorie activity. What do you guys think of the character designs? What do you think of the way they looked? Like, compared to, like, JoJo is, like, notorious for having weird character designs compared to your typical anime. What was your thoughts on it, Shark, as someone who's kind of new to the JoJo shit?
I think that it was very cool that each character was very distinct in their outfits and hairstyles too, I would say. Hair was a very quick, easy identifier for all the characters. And knowing what the costumes kind of turn into later, it definitely feels comparatively a lot more conservative, I guess. But I liked the checkered hat that Zeppeli had.
It's so good. That's a good hat.
Yeah, like just all the hats were good.
Mhm.
I liked the hats. I kind of like how cartoonishly disfigured the villains are.
Yeah.
Like Dio and his dad, just by looking at him, you're like, oh, they're messed up.
I love the distortion they put on Dario's face, on
Yes.
Dio's dad's face when he was drunk or whatever. Like, that shit's just so crazy.
I don't want medicine, get me booze. I want to be drunk, not healthy.
Drink me. Wait, what?
Drink me.
Sorry, I got a message on Steam and I got distracted. By fucking some guy from work harassing me.
Oh no.
Asked me if I'm gonna get a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship or some shit. I don't know. He's just fucking being a weirdo. Sorry. I let it distract me too much.
I don't know how the heck they didn't notice that Dio was straight up antagonizing Jonathan for like
Yeah.
the freaking the dog got murdered. Don't they feel like that's weird?
It's my one major issue with like the first two episodes is like Dio's clearly just being an asshole to Jonathan, and everyone's like, man, this new guy's real cool. What a neat guy. He punched Dio in the face real hard and stabbed him in the eye with his thumb. Dang, what a neato bandito guy. We're gonna all be friends with this guy.
The slow motion thumb jab, though.
It's real good. I like how they just never brought that shit back. Like, he does it twice in the first two episodes where he's like, I don't know. He's like made an impact with Jonathan and then is like, now I will do an extra action. Like it's fucking Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. Like I have established an extra action that I will use. And they just never bring that back. Dio just freezes people for the whole last half of the part. That's his move. And along with his lasers, I guess.
I don't know how the later parts go, but I hope they cool it with the freezing move. Like it was neat, but I also just don't want that to be repeatedly the thing that they have to go up against. Is just, oh, if I touch him, he's gonna freeze me. Oh no, how am I supposed to punch something that freezes you when you touch it?
Yeah, that made the fights kind of boring. Because then the fights turned into, here we are just standing in front of each other. You're frozen, and I have a sword in you. Let's just stand here and talk to each other for a bit, I guess. While you twiddle my veins in your thumbs and forefinger.
Oh, come on. No.
I had to bring it up one more time.
That's the worst.
What was all that? Like, he had torches in his medieval vampire castle fortress. I just realized how stereotypical that last bit kind of was.
Oh, there's a lot of like stereotypical evil shit that he does.
What was the timeline of him putting on the mask and turning into a vampire, and then them going on their big long journey and showing up at the castle?
It was not that long.
No.
Yeah, because he said something like, "I got all of this in one night. My name's Nicolas Cage. This castle is gone in 60 seconds."
I think God, I don't remember. I think I said like a month, maybe. Was it a month after he like turned into a vampire that then they're like him and Erina are just walking down the street and Baron Zeppeli shows up
Oh yeah,
like eating a
he's
sandwich.
just like sitting on a
Yeah.
what was that? That never came back up again.
He likes pepper on his sandwiches. I mean, what more is there?
Pretty simple, man.
What? It's a sandwich. It's meant to be portable. Put the pepper on before you leave. Put that at home.
Then the pepper gets soggy.
True.
What?
Can't have soggy peppers.
What?
Can't have soggy pepper.
I don't know. We'll ask Baron next time when he comes on the podcast why he's sprinkling pepper on each individual bite. There are other questions I'd like to ask him as well, like how did it feel to have your body bifurcated like that with a chain? But
Oh, that was wild. And he just wanted to strangle him. He's like, "I'm gonna strangle you." Whoop. Oop. Oh, that works too, I guess.
Oh no, that's new. That hasn't happened before.
I did.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
I'm gonna clean up this mess now. Oh,
That is kind of cool though that it doesn't shy away from having the main characters have very visceral sort of deaths, you know?
mm-hmm.
That a lot of anime, you know, random people will get mutilated, but the main characters are only ever going to get like stabbed and die slowly and
Yeah,
remember me.
the plot armor. The plot armor is too strong in anime generally. It's nice to see main characters dying. It's you know?
It's nice to see the main characters die. No, it does make it feel like there are stakes, though.
Yeah.
True.
It makes you feel like anyone could die at that moment.
True.
Even Jonathan.
I gotta say, like, nobody's dead until they're cut in half, though. Until then, it's anybody's game.
Until you see those sparkles come off of their body. The sparkles of Hamon.
Like, so I wasn't sure if when they're meeting Tom Petty and JoJo goes to shake his hand, was he noticing that JoJo had Zeppeli's Hamon? I saw he was seeing like an aura off of Jonathan's hand.
That's probably what it was. I thought it was just one of those weird JoJo things. That's what I chalked it up to. But I could definitely see that that being the plot reason why he was like, "I will not shake hands with you, sir."
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't certain what to make of that scene. That was what my takeaway had been, though. Granted, afterwards he did ask, like, "So where's Zeppeli?"
He did do that.
Doing all right.
What the? Okay, what the hell?
Now it makes sense. Like I just thought he wouldn't shake his hand because it was like, I don't know, because his Harmon, but that makes sense.
Where I come from, we greet like this. I can respect that. Maybe you don't want a handshake.
Yeah, maybe.
Not everybody wants a handshake.
Not everybody wants a handshake.
Oh, especially nowadays, elbow touch.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No touch.
This is 2021, Sir Tom Petty. Master Tom Petty, sorry. Social distance, Dyer, straight so, you're too close to each other.
Dyer, straight so. Wouldn't it be funny if like people said it in the opposite order though? It's like, that's straight so and Dyer. Hello, I'm straight so and this is my good friend Dyer.
I hate it. I don't like that at all.
They just never say it in the right order.
Don't like it. Not one bit. Don't like it at all. Makes me uncomfortable on a primal level.
Remember how Jonathan would just straight up shove food in his mouth like he was starving every time they showed him eating?
I mean, he's a big, bulky boy. You gotta get them
True.
carbs.
He had a lot of growing to do.
No, manners are secondary when it comes to protein engorgement, imbibement.
You know what? I will side with his dad on that one. He ruined that tablecloth for no reason.
He did.
He just whomp, just straight up backhands his wine glass.
Get those. You gotta get manners. Be a mannered young man, Jonathan. What the hell?
Like Dio.
Dio's manners are impeccable.
Can't be pecked.
They just can't.
Can't be packed.
Can't be pecked.
There was a lot of wine too. Like, don't spill a single drop of this wine, or I'll stop training you.
I mean, that's back in the day when water purification wasn't a thing, and they're just like, well, we'll just turn this fucking fruit into alcohol. That's safe, right?
What did Jonathan do? Like, he sensed Jack the Ripper through the wall or something?
Yeah, he used the water in the wine glass as like a radar.
Yeah,
it's like a sonar thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a like this. That's one of those things you were talking about earlier, Shark. Of like he has these powers and he just figures them out, and then they're just I guess he can do that once and then never again.
It's a one and done type of deal.
It did feel a little bit like a sort of oh, and they can do this.
Yeah,
you know, like they get an idea and that's so cool. We're gonna put that in the next one.
I love it. Like, I don't know. It felt like there wasn't any like mental they were trying. There was during the last fight with Dio. They tried to make it seem like it was this like battle of wits or strength or whatever, but it really, I don't know. I couldn't get into it too much. I don't know why.
Like, Jonathan made one of the zombies clog up the engine, and then Dio gives us a whole 3-step explanation of specifically what that chain reaction is going to lead to.
Yeah. It's like stuff like that. It's like, okay, you shot him in the neck with your eye lasers. I don't think that affected his ability to breathe, but okay, sure.
Dude, I don't know why he wasn't just constantly leaving his eye lasers on. Those things were powerful.
No shit. It's like, dang, if only you didn't move, you would have been painlessly killed. What do you mean he would have been painlessly killed? Like, you shot 2 holes in his fucking neck. It's not like you did a sweeping, like, laser beam move against him. You're just like, nope, we're just going to shoot 2 straight shots. I don't think that would have killed him anyway, unless you hit him in the heart.
Didn't those laser beams go through the wall of the castle tower?
Yes.
And like, those are some strong lasers.
What the hell?
Just use those all the time. You have no reason to not just always leave those lasers on. He doesn't care what he hurts.
Just just murder him. Just murder Jonathan. Why do you not just shoot him in the dome, in the brain parts? Just look at him. Just look at him. Use your lasers.
Just look at him.
Your lasers come out of your fucking eyes. Just look between Jonathan's eyes and use your lasers. That's all you need to do. Come on. I don't know.
Don't even need to punch anybody. Just he's got like the first ranged weapon out of any of them. They're all punching. They're all like all the way over here. Shoot them with your eye lasers.
Shoot them with them laser beams.
Is anyone else surprised near the end when Dio was just ahead?
Yeah, when Dio popped up, he was just ahead in like a Futurama, like head in a jar.
I just had to look up really quick because I don't remember if that was going into the second season, but it was the end of Phantom Blood. And I'm just like, why ahead?
Yeah.
That was funny how straight they played that too.
Like nobody was shocked. Like Jonathan was not like shocked that he was just a head in a jar.
Yeah. And Aaron is just like, oh, that's Dio right there.
Dio using his spider hair to cling to the rafters.
Oh yeah.
We can't forget about that, the bomb-proof coffin. It's like, what the hell?
Made for a good escape. And, thank you for saying that out loud, Dio, that it was bomb-proof, because, man, Erina would have been in some trouble if she didn't jump in that coffin.
Well, how do you figure it would have looked if Dio had managed to like get himself on Jonathan's head? Would it have been like a Dead Space sort of deal? Would it like slooped? Would he have like eaten him through the hole in his neck? How would that have looked?
Hero's making a face over there.
Hero's making a face.
I am not saying a single word.
Oh, we get to find out. All right.
So yeah. Okay, I'm done.
I mean, I figure he's got to get his body back at some point.
I mean,
he's not ahead for the rest of the anime, from what I understand.
He's not ahead.
That's not a way to get ahead in life.
Heyo, got him.
Heyo, got him.
So was it implied? Was it implied that Erina not only saved a baby but was also pregnant at the end?
I don't know why you think that.
Yeah, I don't.
Was there
think
like
so.
a throwaway line or something?
No. Well, that's what she was like. I have birthed a new life. I have a seed of life within me that will spread to the world, or something. I watched the sub. I don't know if
me too, and I do not remember that line.
Yeah.
What?
Hold on. I need to look. I need to make sure I'm not a crazy
seed
person.
Of life.
Era's rescue.
I had to make sure I'm not a crazy
She
person.
discovers with Jonathan and generations to follow. No.
Oh boy, now I'm getting the spoke Kishibe Rohan recommended to me.
All right. I have no idea what kind of spoilers this would even be, but it does say that she gave birth to George Joestar in 1889.
Ah. Okay, here's the line. I'm going to read it as I see it before me, because she saves this baby. A new life had awakened within me. A life that will know his story. So that's where I was confused about the implication of whether she was pregnant or not.
Well, wait, but they were like drinking wine at dinner. So I don't know.
She did just have a sip, though.
Did just have a sip. Maybe that was why she wasn't drinking?
Back then, I don't think a lot of people cared about that stuff, though, right?
True. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I was asking about the implication.
I actually thought what was going to happen was he offered her that drink of wine, and then he saw that what was that character?
Wing Chan.
Wang Chan.
Like Wing Chun. Like everybody Wing Chun tonight. Like, you're shaking his head. God damn it.
Yeah.
I thought the wine was going to be poison. What was going to happen?
Oh, okay.
And then he would have been like, "Oh no, through my alcoholism, I have killed the love of my life with a sip of wine." But that didn't happen.
No.
I did like the little bit of Dio, like in just an instant, Wang Chan is going in to kill Jonathan, and Dio's like, "No, he's got another trick," and he's like, "Nah, there's nothing he can do."
I like how Wang Chan can't move unless he is like jumping around like a gremlin.
It's true.
Like he never walks.
Yeah.
He just jumps everywhere.
Yeah, he's got that really funky sort of. He's got the long eyelashes and droopy mustache. What do they call those?
I think they call it a Fu Manchu.
That's it. He's a Fu Manchu.
There was some. I hope we get more exciting facial hair going forward.
I'm pretty excited to see the character designs of the next part. It definitely the character designs are a high point for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think really just my overall experience with part one is just it's just the right balance of goofy and serious, and I'm on board. I was nervous I wouldn't be. I'm on board. I'm having a good time. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
You know, I was nervous after Demon Slayer, but then now I feel good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
I feel good now. I was just curious of what you were gonna think about JoJo. So I'm
No, like I think because Demon Slayer had so much goofy stuff in it, and I think it's just that I can watch a goofy show, but I guess I don't want to watch one that is going between total yuck type, you know, just
I get
dumb
what
stuff.
you're saying. It's not like it's goofy dumb shit, but it's taking itself seriously to an extent.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like Speedwagon is not Zenitsu, you know.
I mean,
No,
no
I
one
mean,
could ever be Zenitsu.
no one can be. Zenitsu is in a class of his own. But I do see what you're saying, where it's like a pure tonal shift. Like it's hard in Demon Slayer, you don't get like the goofy fun times interspersed with the super serious stuff. Whereas in JoJo, it's like, my sword of luck is now the sword of pluck for you, Jonathan. And it's like, okay, like this is a super serious thing, but it's also the most ridiculous shit.
Yeah, the deadpan does a lot for it.
Dyer throwing doing his breathing technique with no lungs and launching a rose at Dio. You're like, that's absurd, but I'm fucking here for it, you know? And then he turns the whole vat of roses into ice or whatever after doing it. I don't know.
He didn't even do anything with that either. Like, Jonathan threw a bunch of roses at Dio, and Dio just chopped them all up, and that was that.
Yeah.
So basically, he said Dyer died to show me this technique.
Mm-hmm.
Used it once, doesn't work. Okay, I guess he died for nothing then.
No, he filled the sword with the hormone energy.
Oh.
Yeah. They didn't do a very good job of explaining that, but that's okay.
PLuck.
So you gave us your general thoughts, Shark. You wanna give me a hard,
Yeah.
dirty number?
Ooh, I was about to say the dirty number.
The dirty number.
I had a good time. I wouldn't say for me personally it's not a perfect fit. I think I can't really I mean, not really any big flaws in particular for me to speak of, but for me personally, I wouldn't put it at 10, but I would put it I'd say at a 9. I thought the fight scenes were real good. I don't think any of them overstayed their welcome. I think that 9 episodes was pretty good for how much story there was. They could have probably added a couple episodes if they had to, but I think that the pacing was real good and didn't drag at all. And it is just so goofy, but in the best way. So I would give it a 9 out of 10 for myself personally.
Hell yeah.
That's what we like to see.
I'm not gonna be going that high.
No. Oh.
No, it's fine. It's still gonna be up there. Don't worry about it. Hero. Everything's gonna be okay.
All right, Jesus, sorry, I'm scared.
Also, it's part 1, so
Facts. It starts it all. That's what it is.
it's the source. The source of all the JoJo, all the memes. I think
Source of pluck.
my issues with it were kind of, the pacing was so fast that it felt like if I looked away for a second, I missed an important plot point. The ridiculous shit was good, but they had so many girthy ass pulls to like get out of situations that, like, I don't know, it felt a little wild. Like I'm down for pulling shit out of your ass every so often to, win a fight. But it felt like it happened so often. Like the whole hang glider bit was wild. Like just that what can't you use this power for at this point? Why aren't you using this power for like to make a giant hammer out of rock out of stones that you're holding together using your breathing energy, or make like a bazooka out of like just do something more creative with it. If you can make a hang glider that can support the weight of 4 human bodies, like just make some real destructive shit too. So that's kind of where my mind goes when I see those kinds of like powers. I'm looking forward to Stan's getting introduced, because then you kind of get, from what I've heard, I haven't seen part 3. I've seen most of part 1 or most of part 2 at this point, but I'm looking forward to getting more of a like definitive, this is the person's powers kind of shit. Because when it's left too open, like with Hamon, they're just like, all right, well, we just need to get him out of this fight. Let's pull something out of his ass and move on with it. Other than that, I love the character designs, the action, the way it takes itself way too seriously and knows when not to take itself seriously. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
I can definitely agree with the sort of just pulling solutions out of thin air criticism.
Yeah.
What you got, Hero?
I agree that, like how you're saying, like I didn't really kind of realize how much shit they pulled out of their ass until after watching it through the second time. And but I don't know. It's just me. I have a thing for big buff boys. I grew up on that kind of stuff. So I mean, this was just up my alley, and just the fact that like the silly jokes that like sometimes like they weren't trying to be silly, but they were silly. It's just, I don't know. It was really good. This starts everything as like how you said, this is just part 1. Every part afterwards, I think personally, it gets better and better, and they still reference everything, not everything, but a lot of stuff from part 1. And so that's why, like, I try to tell people, if you're gonna watch JoJo, you have to stick through the 9 episodes, because there's some references you're not gonna get unless you watch it. But I mean, I'm kind of gonna go with Shark at a 9 out of 10 for me. I like the music, the OP slapped. Roundabout, I've never listened to Roundabout until JoJo.
Ooh.
Respect to Yes.
Roundabout did so much work.
So I mean, I just give it a 9. It's so good. I loved it a lot. Not a 10 because of the hang glider, but no.
No, the hang glider is a -1.
I actually I forgot how some of the endings, that little
yeah.
Oh, the To Be Continued.
Oh yeah,
To Be Continued is so good.
To Be Continued is good.
Very good.
It's the most classic and timeless JoJo meme.
Mm-hmm.
When it be setting up, here's what's going on and here's what's coming up, and Dio's thinking, oh, that Jonathan, and Jonathan's like, oh, that Dio.
Love it. Oh, hey, look, I found some big shoulder pads to put on.
Oh, let me put on these tight leather pants.
Oh, perfect.
I decided to do something different, and
Did they not have the feather boas that you were looking for?
Oh no.
No.
Shoot.
Instead,
Homo.
I'm just going to I'm just going to be wearing this singular jockstrap.
Wait.
So that everybody can see all of these rippling muscles.
Dang, Mr. Cartney.
Jeez.
That's quite a package you're producing.
Can I warm my hands on your abs?
Oh no, but my abs will get cold.
I'll warm my hands on his wings.
Oh,
It's okay. It's Paul McCartney reference. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
How's your pet beetle doing, Palmo? I don't know. I'm just trying to make Paul McCartney references at this point because they're making a reference. I don't know. Sorry.
Nah.
What about you? What'd you find, Hero? What is your perfect outfit?
Well, I got my leather pants and my long flowing locks, and I'm only wearing a vest. So
And nothing else?
That is
No
it.
underwear?
vest and my leather pants.
Oh, okay. But no underwear though?
No, I listen.
Under the pants?
No underwear for these pants, because You sweat a lot. I don't know. I didn't mean to hit the button. It just happened.
Form fitting.
Form-fitting.
Nice.
Just gonna go full Bayonetta on the bit. I'm gonna use the Hamon to make my hair form a skin-tight bodysuit.
Listen, I thought maybe without the underwear I could breathe better.
Collectively, we are all wearing hair, leather pants and a vest, and a jockstrap.
That's what we like to
Let's
see.
go. We are kitted out to fight.
We're ready to go fight a vampire wizard. Let's go.
All right. Well,
Till next time, I'm Ty Muffin.
I'm Shark Wellington.
And I'm Hero 19X.